Hello everyone. Welcome to Shri Ram Bharati Public School's virtual classroom. I'm Aarti, your English educator, is back with today's topic, tenses. Tenses. The tense of a sentence is determined by the form of the verb used therein. It shows the time and the state of the action. There are three types of tenses. There are three kinds of tenses: present tense, past tense, and future tense. We have already studied about these in our previous classes. So let's quickly recall it. Present tense, it refers to the present time. Past tense, it refers to the past time. Whereas future tense indicates or tells us about the future time. Now, these all three type of tenses can be categorized further in four categories. They are simple tense, or we also call it indefinite tense, continuous or progressive tense, perfect tense, and perfect continuous tense. In this video, we will talk about present tense in detail. So, let's get started. The first one, that is simple present tense. Simple present tense describes an action, an event, or condition which is occurring in the present at the moment of speaking or writing. So, how should be the sentence structure of simple present tense? First, subject, which is a necessary part of any sentence, plus V1, that is first form of the verb, or you can also say base form of the verb, plus S or ES. Here S or ES is optional part of the sentence. Why optional? Because we are supposed to use S or ES with third person singular noun or pronoun. For example, when I say, I hear you. If you will notice in this sentence, there is no S or ES. It's simply subject plus verb first form with object, right? I hear you. Whereas the second sentence which we have given in the example, here comes the bus. So if you can notice here, comes, S, the word S, the alphabet S with come is added to represent the bus, right? Which comes under the category of third person singular one, right? So here comes the bus. In case of third person singular noun or pronoun, we are supposed to use S or ES. So in simple present tense, we use it to represent present action or condition. We use it to write any general truth. For example, the sun rises in the east. Non-action or habitual action, like something which is in habit of someone. I like music. I get up early in the morning. Now, the next one is present progressive. We can also call it present continuous. The present progressive calls attention to the continuing nature of an act, event, or condition. So in this line, if you all have noticed two words, continuing nature, that is the main part, right? So as the name suggests, it talks about an action which is in continue, right? So let's see the sentence structure. It will have subject plus is, am, are. We can also call it or write it as helping verb, plus V1, first form of the verb, with ing and the rest of the sentence. Let's see the example. I am watching television. Verbs of perception. He is feeling sad. Now the next is present perfect tense. To describe the action that began in the past and continues into the present or has just been completed at the moment of utterance. We should use the present perfect tense. So let's talk about the sentence structure. It will have subject plus has or have. Again, has we will be using with third person singular noun, and with others we will be using have. We have already discussed this in our previous chapters. In present perfect tense, the form of the verb which we are going to use, which we will be using, should be verb third form, V3, and then the rest part of the sentence. With verbs of state that begin in the past and lead up to and include the present, right? Something which may have started in the past, right? But it's still continue. It's still going on. For example, he has lived here for many years. Though he started living here many years back, but he is still living here. Now the next is to express habitual or continued action. He has worn glasses all his life. Right? Now let's talk about the last one, that is present perfect progressive, or we can also call it present perfect continuous. It is used to describe an action, event or condition that began in the past from a period of time which continues into the present. We should use the present perfect progressive. Let's see the sentence structure of it. It will always have a subject plus has been or have been. So we will choose has or have depending of it depends on the person, for which person we are writing the sentence, right? So with third person singular noun or pronoun, we will be using has, and with others we will be using have. So has been or have been plus first form of the verb with ing plus the rest part of the sentence. Let's see the example. Manish has been working for 2 hours and he hasn't finished yet. Okay, so now quickly recap all the type of sentences and their structure. So the first one is simple present tense. Structure subject plus V1 plus object, right? An example is I eat an apple. Next is present continuous or present progressive. Structure is subject plus is, am, are, or helping verb we can call it, plus verb first form with ing and the rest part of the sentence. Example of it will be I am eating an apple. Present perfect tense. The structure will be subject plus has have plus verb third form plus object. An example of it will be I have eaten an apple. Last one, present perfect continuous or present perfect progressive. The structure will be subject plus has or have with been plus verb first form plus ing plus the rest part of the sentence. Example of it will be I have been eating an apple. So this is all about present tense. In next video, we'll talk about past tense, their sentence structure and examples. Thank you all for watching the video. You all will have a wonderful day ahead.